What's up, guys? I know I'm a little early here. Give me 1 second. Let me get everything squared away. Yeah, I'm a little early. So got the shades on today. I know yesterday when I was doing the stream, these ring lights burned my eyes so bad. So figured I'd throw the shades on and let's just get into it and have some fun, have some discussion. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I know the HEX conference is starting today in Vegas. So that's pretty exciting. The prize charts are, trying to make a comeback today. They're looking pretty good, and we're going to jump on into that. Um, yeah. So I got a few things planned. Really, I just wanted to get on here and wing it with you guys and see where it takes us. So if you do have anything that you guys want to talk about, just drop them down in the chat. And I'll do my best to get to all y'all's questions. And let's just sit back, relax, and hang out on this Sunday. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. We're having some pretty crazy weather where I'm at. It's really hot compared to what it's supposed to be for mid March. So it's kind of crazy. But let's dive on into some charts. All right. So I got the HEX chart here pulled up, and I got it on the 4-hour. And as you can see, we're still in our falling wedge here, playing out pretty well. You can see we bounced off this pretty good downward support of the fallen wedge, and we bounced off at about 10.5 cents, and we're trying to march back up now. And I got this green line of resistance right here, and that's going to be some pretty heavy resistance because if we zoom out here, you can see that's played a pretty big role in some support in the past. So expect some pretty heavy resistance right there, and then if we do break through that, I'm looking for a charge up to this top trend line of the falling wedge. And like I said, the percentages of the fallen wedges, they break out most of the time. I think it's like 60 or 70% of the time. They can break out, but then you will have that rare occasion where it gets thrown back in. So it's looking good though. It's looking good. We got some steady up pressure here, and it's looking good. It's good to see some green and some up, because the markets have just been very undecisive, or indecisive, should I say? But if we look at Hedron's having an awesome day. It's up about 30% on the day, and luckily, I made a pretty good buy down here. So it's a pretty good decision. But I mean, I'm going to expect, I'm not expecting much out of this yet, because it's still in the free claim phase, and it's going to be for a while. So, any of these pumps that we see off of Hedron, we're just going to have to take them with a grain of salt, hope for the best. But it's like I was saying yesterday, long term, this project has a lot of potential, just because of the dynamics that it brings to the game. It's got some good game theory, and with the NFTs, and it's kind of taking the sell pressure off of HEX if people were to emergency in-stake, which is, in my opinion, is a very good thing, because if somebody needs to in-stake, all they got to do is mint an NFT and sell it on OpenSea or Mintra when it goes live, and it prevents sell pressure and emergency in-staking on the market. So it's definitely a good thing, definitely a really good thing. But some levels to look at here. I drew this trend line, and it's not really, it's not saying anything much because we don't have much data to go off of. But this is a trend line that I would be looking for it to break if it does continue up. And that could be very, very bullish. And on the bear scenario, I have a range right here, and this is my buying range if it does, ever decide to slip down in this buying range, which is a pretty good opportunity given that it's a free claim. So, and the free claim lasts for 100 days, so it's a pretty good, there's a pretty good chance that it will dip down in here at some point. And if it does, it's going to be a very good buying opportunity for Hedron. And like I said, this is a long-term play. Don't expect any kind of mad gains from this project in the beginning. Anything can happen, but in my opinion, it's just going to have so much sell pressure in the beginning. And so this is one to really accumulate for the long term, because after everything settles down and people start taking loans and stuff like that, and the supply starts to get burned, we could see some pretty big things from Hedron, in my opinion. Let's see. Another thing we can take a look at here is the liquid loan sacrifice. We have 14 days left, 14 and a half days left of the sacrifice. You can see that's up to 45 million. It was at 44 million yesterday, so we jumped up $1 million since the last stream I did. Still the top holders is the Magic Carpet Ride and the Godwell. And this is one I really like to look at, the sacrifice USD or not, the delayed gratification months. And, you can see that, a lot are coming out on day one, and then a lot are coming out and you just got a bunch of noise in the middle. But, it really shows a lot about a project when you see a lot of people delaying the gratification for 2 years. That's a pretty good long time. But to the HEX community, it's not very long, because they're used to locking up their stakes for 10, 15 years. So 24 months ain't shit. But when it's outside of HEX, that really shows some pretty good support for this project. And I do have to say, out of all the projects I've seen so far, coming out on Pulse Chain, Liquid Loans is by far the most engaged with the community, the most transparent that I've seen. They seem very genuine. They seem very genuine with what they're trying to do, and they're not trying to, bash the community with fees, trying to make $1. They're in my opinion, they're here for the right reasons, and they're just trying to provide value to the community so we don't have to sell anything. And plus coming out with a token that you can stake and earn fees in PLS for taking loans. So it's a pretty cool thing that they got going on. I'm very excited about Liquid Loans. Sorry, the wind's picking up outside. I thought somebody was trying to come in my door. But yeah, I'm very excited about Liquid Loans. Hedron, I'm very excited about long term. I've been getting in there, making some stakes on Hedron and doing my free claims, and it's just fun how they're gamifying it a little bit, because some things in crypto can get very repetitive and you can get bored. And with the stuff coming out now, I like how they're trying to gamify stuff and make it more interesting to be a part of, because people that the community like HEX that's used to just buying, staking, and sitting back and not doing anything, you get bored, man. You get bored, and your mind starts to wander on different things. And it's good to give the community something to do in the meantime, because if you don't, then that leads to all kind of drama, all kind of crazy stuff that starts happening, and it's just good to keep occupied. It's good to keep occupied. It's good to get out here and start building things for the community. It's good to get involved. It's good to meet people. And that's why I'm here. And I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy doing it. But yeah, Hedron's having a good day today, up 30%. HEX is up 2%. Let's look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's still in that range, man. Bitcoin is still in this range. It's in an ascending triangle, a pretty big ascending triangle. Let's see here. It's in a pretty good ascending triangle. Can't make up its mind. It's just trading in this real big range. But it's going to start cooling up here. And, with the higher lows and the flat top, it could go either way. It could go either way. With the world and the state that it's in right now, anything can happen. I'm kind of suspecting a black swan event, if you want to say that. I think something's going to happen in the markets. I don't know when, I don't know how long, but I think it's coming. I do think it's coming, and like I said, it could be ugly, and I think it could just be one quick little, maybe a week that we wick down pretty far and then come back up. But I think Bitcoin's going to go under 30K. I think it might even dip below 20K in this bear market. And in my opinion, we are in a bear market. It's just obvious. If we zoom out here in this chart, I mean, it's kind of even making, if you look here, it's kind of even making a head and shoulders play out right here. Which, it could be ugly. It could be ugly, but also people were thinking about, back then when there was this head and shoulders going on, and it never played out anything. But if it ever did, this is a huge, huge head and shoulders, and it could really drop. Well, let's see here. Let's take a measured move to about how far it would go down if it did break. Yeah, about 11K. About 11K. It'd be right at Richard's call. If this head and shoulders did actually play out, it would be dead on what Richard has been calling for, and that's kind of a coincidence, huh? Because all you do is you measure from the neckline to the top, and then you take it to where the neckline is, and well, really it would be, from anywhere from 15K to 11K would be the measure move for this head and shoulders. And that'd be a crazy dip if we did see that. But I got a feeling, there's going to be some pretty heavy buy walls if this thing drops below 25K. It's going to start getting bought up really quick. Even when I'm going to start buying Bitcoin, if it goes below 20K, I'm definitely going to buy some. And that's a if. It's gonna be very interesting when this thing starts dipping. If it does go that low, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of orders get filled, because I know 20K was the old top, and I know there's definitely gonna be a lot of buy orders sitting right around there waiting for them to pop off. Let's look at chat here. Yo, what's up? So if BTC dips to 11K, then HEX dips to. It's very possible. And if we look at the HEX chart real quick, let me pull it back up. If we look at the HEX chart real fast, oops, hold on, let me get that off screen so we can see better. And it's like I was covering in my video yesterday. If we go from the top here and we go down, if we took a dip to 7.5 cents, it would be an 85% correction from the top. And the majority of the time in a bear market, altcoins drop anywhere from 85 to 90%. So honestly, even if Bitcoin doesn't go down to the teens or whatever, I'm suspecting HEX might drop to 7.5 cents anyway. Would I be mad if it dropped down there? No, because I'd be buying the shit out of it, guys. If the HEX ever went below 8 cents, 7, that's my big buying range. It's a very, very huge opportunity if it does continue to drop. But in my opinion, we got this fallen wedge right here. And it's actually a very a very nice falling wedge. It's a very good structured falling wedge, and 9 times, or I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10. Let's say 6, 7 times out of 10, they break to the upside, and the measured move for that would be about 26 cents. So that it would double if it broke out of this and hit the measured move. The hex price would double, and I could very well see that. But I'm very well setting myself up to believe that it could go to 7.5 cents as well. But yeah, if Bitcoin drops, to your comment, if Bitcoin does drop, I could definitely see hex maybe even going lower than 7.5. It's a very good possibility. Very good possibility. Thanks for your comment, though, man. I appreciate that. And also, I'm looking if some more people get in here, I'm looking for some mods. I want to start adding some mods to my channel. So if we get some more people in here that I've seen coming in a few times, I might mod you up. So when I do start getting bigger, because I plan on doing these live streams more often now. So I'm gonna, when I do start growing, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. I feel number isn't gonna rise too much before Pulse Chain launches. Yeah, this whole Pulse Chain thing's really suppressing the hex price. But I got a feeling if we start getting any new updates or news about Pulse Chain, that could really send hex to a different level. But yeah, you're exactly right. It's getting so drug out, man. And it's getting a lot of people stir crazy. Everybody's getting stir crazy, and they're not wanting to. But it's kind of awkward too, because my game theory is, this whole time leading up to Pulse Chain, I'm buying as much hex as I can so I can get that, my free copy. So I'm buying all the hex that I can, and staking some of it, and I'm also leaving some liquid, because this is a huge opportunity, and I really honestly thought after the PLSX sacrifice that we were going to see this thing jump up, and we just haven't. We just haven't, and it's strange. It's strange, because if we look back, let's look here. If we look back, I mean, look what happened after the Pulse Chain sacrifice. That's insane. Let's see how big a move that was. Almost a 300% move. Well, hold on. It was a 300% move. So it tripled in price after the Pulse Chain launch. That's crazy. And I'm guilty of it. I was expecting it to do something similar. But if you look here, we're at the same exact level that we were after the Pulse Chain launch. So, we're at that level right now. I mean, we're a little below it. We're honestly, we're right at it. So if it decided to do the same kind of thing it did when Pulse Chain sacrifice ended, we could see another triple, a 300% gain. It's very possible. These cryptos are volatile as shit. They're hard to predict, but all I can do is look at the charts and kind of, get a feel for what it might do and try to prepare myself from there. Go back to the chat. Yeah, testnet V3 come out, then Hex will get a bump. That's part of the reason I think V3 will be short and sweet, and I think others feel the same way, so people will jump all over it. Yep. And even in Richard's past live stream, he said when V3 does come out, it's going to be short and sweet. Probably maybe, in my opinion, maybe a couple weeks. It'll be out for a couple weeks just so they can see the active. I'm sorry about that. My phone. Just so they can. Oh, I appreciate you sharing that out. Godfather, I really appreciate that. What was I saying? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, about the V3. He was just talking about how it's going to be short, maybe a couple weeks, just so they can see like the sacrifice totals all out and the numbers working and everything like that. Because we were looking at. I mean, we're seeing these updates come out with PulseX and the platform about PulseX, and everything's working. The transactions are working. There's coins on there. There's liquidity in there. So everything's working. And so I just got a feeling, everybody's saying it's going to be months away. But man, I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. Godfather, I just made you a moderator. So, if you're ever in here, hey, you can help me out, man. Because hopefully I'm going to grow. Hopefully. I'm going to go back to the chat here. Marcavelli, Wind Moon, sir. Wind Moon, sir. God, man, I hope it right now. I hope right now. Wind Moon right fucking now. It's just getting boring, man. We're getting bored. There's not much, I can only sacrifice so much money. And I probably wouldn't have went as sacrifice crazy if Pulse Chain was already out. It's just I've been bored. It's gave me something to do. I don't know if you guys have sacrificed for much. But hell, man, I've just been bored. So I've been going sacrifice crazy. I've sacrificed for Mintra. I've sacrificed for liquid loans. I've sacrificed for, everything. And then there's this new thing. It's the Power City that's coming out. And, it's kind of interesting. It's something that the Magic Carpet Ride's been promoting pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I'm not, and then the internet money thing I've been seeing get thrown around. So, we'll see what happens. But it's getting exciting, man. Seeing all these new projects are starting to build on Pulse, it's getting very exciting. But I'm trying to be very careful because I know, there might be some good projects building right now, but scams are gonna sneak their little ass in somehow, and it's gonna be crazy. Got you, bro. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I think Pulse by May could be sooner if things keep going well, like it seems. Yeah, and another thing we haven't really seen. Richard Hart's kind of been MIA. I mean, I know he's been doing his thing with the documentary and traveling, but hopefully the reason he's been MIA is because shit's been getting done. I'm hoping. So we'll see. I've been waiting for his little, man, I'll tell you what, it's getting old waking up every morning, going to his Twitter, hoping there's something about Pulse Chain on there. I'm getting sick of it. I'm just ready for that thing to be out. And, I'm just getting bored, man. I'm getting bored. I can only, buy and hodl so much. During my, 9 to 5 job during the week, my wife's even getting mad at me because I put so much money into crypto. Probably I think I got a problem, guys. I might need an intervention. I'm kind of addicted to this stuff. I do have an addictive personality. If you guys watch my interview with Crypto Kindness, I go a little bit about my past, how I used to be I'm an ex-drug addict and I was on heroin for 7 years. So I do have that kind of addictive personality, I guess you could say. I sacked liquid loans, did not do Mintra. I got involved in Mad Energy. Also, my bags are just so dry. And I'm trying to save a bag for this cheap HEX, trying not to miss it. Yeah, that's a good plan. And see, another thing that I'm doing is, I didn't even know there was a sack for Mad. See, I missed out on that. But what I'm trying to do is because a lot of people, what they're doing is they're going to, they sacrifice for PLSX to try to switch some when it launches to get Pulse. And, I don't want to sell it because I didn't make as big as a sacrifice in the Pulse chain as I wanted to because I thought it was going to come out quicker and I thought there was going to be a pretty big dip. But now with all this pent up energy, when this thing launches, there's so much pent up energy. I don't know if we're gonna, I think we might see a 30x right off the jump, maybe even 100, because there's so much energy. Let's see. I wanted to sack for Mad, but they asked for more info than I'm willing to give. Yeah, see, I just started learning about Mad not too long ago, because I've been watching some of the interviews, and what they're doing is very interesting, and it's something I would really like to get behind for sure. My wife ready to get mad. Dude, my wife's been ready to get rid of me, man. She's even wanted me to give her all my bank cards. I can't explain to her how if she just waits with me, man, that in just a few years, we won't have to worry about this shit. We'll be financially free. Crypto's already changed my life and many other ways. You know, community wise and opportunity wise. I'm still on my way to making the financial freedom gains. I've only been in crypto, a little over a year now, and I'm just enjoying, doing these live streams and getting to know you guys, man. It's fun. I really enjoy it. But yeah, my wife, man, she's oh god, she gets so mad. We all got them addictive personalities, bro. Just got to be strong every day. Yes, sir. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle, but one day at a time, we get it done. We get it done. Mad wasn't a sack; it was an investment. Oh, well, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it's something I would like to get behind here in the future, um, because what they're doing is really interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, it could rocket right after launch. I got a feeling, man, because like I said, what I thought was going to happen, like I said, I didn't make a big investment into it because I thought it was going to launch right after the sack phase, and I thought we were going to see a pretty big dip. And now, like I said, with all this built up energy, man, I really do think that it's going to take off. It's going to take off quick, and it's going to take off fast. And I was watching Randy Hilarski was on somebody's Cabana stream, I think it was, and he was saying he could possibly see it do 100x in a month. You know, and I like listening to that guy because he's pretty smart, man. He knows what he's talking about. So I hope it doesn't. I mean, whatever. If it does, it does. Like I said, but what I'm doing is just buying HEX and going to trade some of my PHEX when it launches for Pulse Chain. Yes, trying to convince the wife why this is important is a struggle, but we're working. Dude, I don't understand why women don't, the women that are in crypto kind of understand it, but my wife just ain't one of them damn women, man. God. And I can't get it through her head um that this could really change our life. She don't understand it. She don't understand it. But I guarantee you she will when there's money coming out of my pockets. I bet you she'll understand it then. Um, but then I don't even know if I want to give her any because she hadn't been in the trenches with us. You know what I mean? Oh no, I'd give that girl anything. Mad will have another regular offering in a few months, and it would be a 20K minimum investment. Just to give you, I appreciate that heads up. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's something I really want to jump into. That's really because it's awesome what they're doing, and I think Crypto Heartbeat is on the board with them now, and that's a good man to have on your side. That's a brilliant, smart guy, man. He's a very, very smart guy. Yes, I saw that stream of Randy also. He's right point. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. He's a pretty smart guy, and he knows what he's talking about. And what he was talking about it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. My wife just wants to touch. That's exactly what she says, bro. She said, if I can't see it, I don't believe it. If I can't touch it, I don't want it. It's like, come on, man. Exactly. Patience, woman. Please. I don't know what I can do if you figure out a way to convince her and make her finally understand, please DM me to let me know what the hell you did. Because every time she sees me on this computer, she just walks by and gives me one of the It's all she does, man. And I'm trying to goddamn make us a good future, and she's just mad as shit all the time. So it's whatever. It's whatever. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. Let's see here. Is there anything you guys want to go over? Anything you guys want to look at? If any of you guys stream at all, if you want to, you could hop on here with me. We could chat about some stuff. If y'all ever do any streaming or do anything like that, I'm open to that. That'd be kind of cool. Um, if you guys are open to that, keep grinding, bro, and it will be worth it. And she will thank you. Oh, I know she'll thank me in the end. I know she will thank me because she's gonna get all the things that she's been wanting. Um, so, what she's wanting to do, she's wanting to buy a big old farm out in Montana or Texas or something like that. So, yeah, man, if you're trying to jump on, I'm down for it. You know, I'm kind of awkward, but I'm down to do some talking if you want to. If you want to jump on here, talk about something. Talk about something. Godfather, if you want to jump on here too, man, we could. Oh, you don't have to. Wait, you can do it from. You can do it. You can do it from your phone. But I ain't gonna press you. That's cool. That's cool. I just appreciate that you're here. Um, gives us something to talk about. I really appreciate. I think I've seen you in other streams as well. Uh, might have been Crypto Panda. I think I seen you in there. Um, and he actually told me I've been talking to him. We should be doing a stream here soon. Uh, I don't know when. I think within the next couple of weeks. But me and Crypto Panda should be doing a stream here soon. So that'd be kind of cool. You know, this community is so cool, man. You know, when I first started doing the YouTube thing, I was just talking about all kind of bullshit. And, you know, when I finally made this transition into HEX, you know, this community has just been unreal. I've had people reaching out to me that I never thought you know, Rags the Richest has reached out to me and, you know, shouted me out a few times. Like I said, I just did Crypto Kindness and, you know, the other day, the interview with him. And it's just cool, man. It's just, there's no other community like that. Um, Can you DM me on Twitter if you don't mind, Marcavelli? If you don't mind, if you can DM me on Twitter, that'd be cool. I'll be looking out for it. Let's see here. Or hold on, I might just be able to pull you up. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get this. Trying to share this out real quick to my man. I think this is you, man. I hope it is. I hope I ain't sending this to some random person. All right, I sent it to you. It should be in your DMs now. Should be in the DMs now. Seriously, this community is the best. Rags is my guy. Yeah, man, I enjoy that guy. You know, unfortunately, he streams pretty late at night, and you know, I'm still on the workflow 9 to 5 during the week, so I can't really catch him as much as I want to. But I do watch the playbacks and stuff like that. But I enjoy getting involved in the chat when them people are streaming. Do your thing. Yeah, 1 second. Cool. So do you guys know when the HEX streamers are going to start, or not the HEX streamers, but the Vegas conference is going to start? When are they going to or when they're going to stream it to the YouTubes, if I will? There's so much content to go through now, dude. It's crazy. You can sit there and watch this stuff forever. You know, and that's what you know. I started going down the rabbit hole of HEX when I found it through BitBoy's channel, and dude, there's endless amount. There's so many content creators in the space. It's unreal. I haven't seen this many content creators for a project ever. This isn't a project, man. I don't consider HEX a project. This is a community. This is a community, not a project. It's tonight, I believe, right? I know they started today. I know they started today. I just don't know. Oh, it begins in 30 minutes. Oh shit. Should I end this before then? I don't want to, I don't want to stream over them guys at all. They're my predecessors. I don't want to, cut in. I'm sure people ain't gonna watch me when they're going on anyway. So, because hell, I want to watch it too. But I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. If you want me to keep streaming, I will when they start. Especially if Marcavelli is gonna jump on here. I'm excited to talk. Oh, I think he's in the green room now. Let's see here. Add the stream. What's up, man?
What up? Can you hear me?
Hold on, man. I gotta get some earphones. Shit. Hold on 1 second. Damn, I'm tripping. Sorry about that. I wasn't prepared. Can you hear me?
Yellow, yellow, yellow. I hear you.
All right, I
You
got
hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. What's up, man?
Word. Not much. Chilling out. Sack
Here
and
you
chill, baby.
What? So you've done some sacks too?
Yeah, I did the Mintra, I did the Pulse chain, I did the PLSX. I didn't do the liquid loans though.
Oh no.
No.
I'm bullish as hell on liquid loans.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about those guys rub me the wrong way. I don't know what it is.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see your point. I can kind of see your point, but I don't know. I kind of like what they're doing. But Hedron, honestly, I'm the most bullish on Hedron. A lot of people are kind of upset about it, but I really think they got some cool shit going on in the background.
Yeah, I've been going deep in Hedron. It took me a while to understand any of it, but finally I understood it and was able to I did the what is it, the claiming function, and then today
Right.
I just did my first stake on their site.
Right.
Because
it's pretty cool, man.
If you stake on there, then you can wrap it and sell the whole stake or whatever, but you have to stake on their site. So I did one T-share out 15 years over there just to, because I'm sure I'm gonna wish I did a lot more, but
yeah. And but see, that's the cool thing, man, is now, I really think it's going to incentivize a lot more people to start throwing them stakes out a lot longer, because, if something, God forbid, if an emergency does happen, you don't have to sit there and end stake. You can go to the marketplace or whatever have you, and, do your thing. And it also prevents sell pressure and from HEX. And, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I just yeah, I didn't understand the process at first, so I did like 2 more T-shares before this other one out 15 years, and I didn't stake it on Hedron or whatever, so I can't do what I wanted to do, but at the same time you still get that daily Hedron payout or whatever.
Right.
It's fucking
right.
pretty awesome.
Locking in that 10x. Has it clicked over yet? I'm not sure if it's clicked over from the
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Yeah, cool. The 8th supposedly, depending. I don't know what time exactly, but yeah.
Right. Let's see. Hedron is going to be great. All stakes will be made from there. Yeah, I gotta. And if you see that chart that's on Twitter, after Hedron launches, how it just jumped up dramatically with stakes. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm retweeting all the 1T share 15-year stakes. I'm just retweeting them all because I'm like, I think that's going to be real smart if you can do it on the Hedron site. Like it's just going to
Right.
be it's going to be its own market. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think is going to happen from now on, unless it's the people that don't really agree with it or dislike it or something like that. But you know, I it's a game changer for sure, 100%. It's a game
Yeah,
changer.
it took me a while to like I don't know how long. It took me like weeks to find like to decide whether or not it was safe because it's like some people they just jump right on and it's like, oh yeah, this is safe, but it's like, if you've got $100 in your wallet, it's safe to you as like 100, like it's like I ain't got just $100 in my wallet.
Right,
I'm not risking this bullshit. Like it's got to be super legit. And now that the OA claimed,
dude. Yeah,
so
yeah,
they interacted with the thing, it's 100% fucking legit.
yeah. And what really made me the most comfortable when I really started engaging with it was when I watched David Feeder's stream when he was like on there messing around with it and stuff. It
Yeah,
kind of
that's the only thing that made me like understand it. Like
yeah.
it helps so much to have him with the video. I'm so like visually,
Me too, man.
acute. Then like, yeah, if you write it down or talk about it, it's like whatever. I read books and I hear people talk, like fuck all that noise. Like show me how it's done.
Yeah, I do.
Show.
I can sit there and read a website for 2 hours. I can read the same paragraph and still not know what the fuck I'm reading.
Yeah,
Because this
exactly.
this crypto stuff is so technical, man, and I'm not a technical person at all,
Yeah, me
at all.
neither.
So
I
it's
mean,
very good
I
to
can
have visuals.
understand things at a complicated, like complex way, but the way that I understand it isn't just like zeros and ones.
Right, right. I understand that for sure. So what what's your opinion on the Richard Hart ecosystem right now, man? What's got you excited? What's got you you know?
uh, yeah, one of the newest things that I'm understanding is the concept. I think it is the incentive token is now. He basically put a little thing out. I think it was like 6 days ago, but I didn't understand it until someone else retweeted it and made a comment on it and said that
Mhm.
the incentive token is going to be able to be staked to get PulseX. So
Right.
you like stake PulseX to get the incentive token, and then once you have the incentive token, you can stake that and get PulseX.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of like what they got going on. I don't know if you're familiar with like the Phantom Chain and Spooky Swap and stuff.
no, no, not at all.
It's they kind of got like Spooky Swap is the Dex on Phantom, and it's kind of the exact same because they got like Boo and it's the exact same setup, and it's really interesting. It's really interesting, so it's pretty exciting too.
Yeah, that's what like I sacked for Mintra. I don't you did that? Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I think I heard
yeah,
you talking, yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, how does that compare like OpenSea compared to what you just mentioned? Because I have no idea what you just said. Anything about Spooky Swap? Is that anything like OpenSea or is that
No, Spooky Swap is a basically how Pulse X is going to be to Pulse Chain. Spooky Swap is the Dex on Phantom Network, and you know, because OpenSea, is the Dex and everything, or
Pul-
OpenSea is the NFT marketplace.
yeah, Pulse X to Pulse Chain?
Yeah,
Spook
you know how Pulse Chain is the layer one, right?
yeah, Pulse X is a fork of Uniswap, right?
Yeah, and it's the
So
deck.
it's
It's going
just
to be
another
the
Uniswap or
basically. I mean,
basically
it's
spooky swap, right? It's a swapping
spooky.
mechanism.
Yeah, is the Spooky Swap is the fork of Uniswap on the Phantom network, basically. And it's got the like same kind of staking mechanism as the Pulse X thing now. So it's kind of interesting how it works, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's getting copied, right? It's an ERC token.
What's that?
The spooky swap. Does it have a token, or is it just
Yeah,
it's just like an
it's a
interface?
It's an interface, or it has a token as well,
It
but it's
has a
not an ERC. It's not an ERC20 token though.
yeah. So yeah, that's very interesting. It's like, how does that compare? I mean, everything. It's a system state fork, so that whatever that is that I'm just now hearing about, like, is going to be copied as well. So it's like, everything's got its own price discovery on the Pulse chain. So it's just
Right. Yeah. Just like Godfather here said, Phantom is basically a pulse chain. It's another layer one. Phantom is.
another layer one.
Yeah. It's man. I'm telling you, this shit. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take. I think
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know who pointed it out to me, but I seen it in a YouTube video. I think it was Trayvon that talked about it, about the spooky swap stuff. J Par, I'm wearing sunglasses inside because I'm a cool ass dude. Nah, it's because of these lights, man. They burn my eyes when I'm on here for so long. It gets rough.
Because my future's too bright.
That's it. That's it. This pulse chain gains are about to blind our ass.
Yeah.
No.
I like the sunglasses.
I do
And I'm
too.
ripped out of my mind, so I don't want to look super high.
There you go. There you go. I'm not quite there yet, but man, I'll tell you, after I got off that heavy shit, I can't smoke no more, man. It just makes me so paranoid. God, it makes me paranoid.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like especially thinking of like just that specifically. I was just listening. I don't know if I caught any of your other streams, but I definitely caught this stream, and you did reference, like, openly said you had problems with opiates. So yeah, I respect that for sure. It's, I mean, I never, for some reason, I never had any issue with opiates. Like, that's just something my body just never liked. But I've read like Eric Clapton's autobiography or whatever, and he explains it ain't something to mess with, and it's killed a lot of musicians. So
yeah, hell
some
yeah, it
people,
has.
and I love music, but I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm not. I've had some friends that have had some problems with that, and I'm glad my body doesn't urge for that. That would not be good.
yeah, it's so bad. And but see, what happened with me is I used to race motocross when I was younger, and I got in an accident and broke my back and shit, and they put me on painkillers at a young age, man, and it just hooked my ass. So, but yeah, it took me to a fucked up place.
Yeah, I believe you. I got a buddy same way. He fucking raced dirt bikes, and I don't think he did it for the pain necessarily. He might use it for an excuse, but he's been through that. I've had another buddy that's been through that, so I respect the struggle. it ain't easy for sure. But
No.
going back to weed real quick, I like the reason why I still smoke. Like, I like the story that Joe Rogan talks about, taking a bunch of like edibles and going on the plane and just having like that self-inflicted panic, like just riding the wave of the panic of just like, everything's fine, but it's like, a lot of people have panic attacks and don't know how to deal with that. So it's like, if you're in control of your own panic and everything's fine, like, you get to a spot, it's just like, all right, everything's chill. I'm gonna smoke. I know I'm gonna freak out, and it's whatever. It's like, just like right now, I mean, I'm not amidst the panic attack, but I like the feeling of, I'm a little heart race. It's exciting to come on here like a junkie for the rush of being on a live stream. Like, everything's a drug. Just some hook harder than others for other people.
It is. I mean, these things got more. Cigarettes, they got me hooked too, man. It's terrible.
I'm glad I was able to kick that pretty much when I was able to retire off of HEX. Was about the time that I quit smoking cigarettes, because that mental programming of a healthy choice of delayed satisfaction. It's like, the longer we're here, the more we can have the ecosystem working for us with the T-share. The longer we can stay, the better our life is going to be.
See, man, I see you. So you're one of the other guys that got to retire, man. I look up to y'all, man. Damn, I'm jealous. God,
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take too long. I mean, I was dollar
I believe it.
costing. I was dollar costing for 2 years or whatever the fuck. Like, I didn't get in. Like, I got a little bit in. I tested the waters at the beginning, so I was able to make a good chunk off of that or whatever. And then I dollar costed once I found out like how the system worked. I just started dollar costing every paycheck for like a
Yeah,
year or whatever the fuck, however long it took. And it's just a system that, yeah, I mean, if people really understand it, it's just a system to use your time and leverage it, you know. And I love that. Like it, yeah, I could go off forever about the concept of
I mean,
leveraging your time and benefiting from that.
it's so unique, man. It took me, it took me a little bit to grasp it at first, but like you just said, that's what I've been doing here for the past year. Has just been dollar costing into Hex, and now that all this is happening with the pulse chain ecosystem, it's got me so excited because I can finally feel that you know something's gonna happen, man. Because I'm just it's exciting. It's exciting. Something's gonna happen, and my hard work's gonna finally pay off, and I'm just excited, man. Meeting all these cool ass people. It's
Yeah,
just fun. It's fun.
that's one of like if you're still dollar costing, it's like these dips are just such an advantage. It's like because
And
I
that's what
like, yeah,
that, that's what I keep trying to push people on these streams, man. Like people are like, "Oh, the price is falling. The price is falling." Like, dude, buy that shit, man.
yeah,
Stop crying about it.
that's your opportunity. And
Right.
it is a system. It's just like, the more dedicated the people that are, willing to get it and get into it, like they're the ones benefiting. Like I benefited it. I mean, I, grinded for, a good amount of time, but it is something that you can actually get. And you build that staking ladder, and then you just have a number where, if the price gets to this number, stays above it, the system is got me set. It's like you can time every day you're getting paid on the T-share. It's like it's better than a 9 to 5. Like you get paid every 2 weeks. You can't even time your life with that. It's like you're getting paid every day with the T-share. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's a very exciting system.
And that's another big reason I'm excited about Pulse Chain, so I can, because dude, it was expensive to make them damn staking ladders, with on Ethereum, and
Yeah.
oh man, so I can't, I wouldn't really because I just couldn't get myself to pay that much, man, in the fees because that's I'm trying to save as little bit as I can or every bit that I can, and I because I'm no whale, I'm no rich motherfucker, I'm not, and it's just hard to do that. It's hard to get myself to hit that confirm button in that MetaMask when it says fucking 50, $60. It's rough, man. It's rough.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I did like, I mean, you can do. I mean, I did a steak today for $34, I
Yeah,
think, and I did a claimed Hedron for my mom yesterday, and it was like $13. So it's like you can time it, and it's whatever. And I think I did a 1 week steak because it was only $1 to stake. Like that was like months ago or whatever. But I
right.
mean, there is a way to like understand the gas and then your fucking benefit the ratio, because there's whales. I'm not saying I'm a whale or anything, but there's people with sufficient bags that are able to stake for a month, and they just you got 22 million hex or whatever the fuck. Like that's going to be 220,000 hex before you know it. Like that same number, it's like in a year or two, maybe you're going to have 22,000 hex, and you can stake it for 45 days and make $1,400 or something, and then just
Yeah.
have a lifestyle like living off that. Like it's a whole system that is forever dynamic. Even people that are whales right now are fucking up their position, going chasing things that they shouldn't be, or
Yeah.
yeah, it's
What's
just, yeah.
Now, since I got you on here, since I got somebody that's been in here a while, what is your thoughts on the the, the hex pairs when pulse chain launches? What's your thoughts on that?
The hex payers.
No, the pairs, like the pairs like P hex
The
and hex.
pairs. The
Yeah,
pairs. Yeah, I mean, what what is always the most beneficial is trying to think like a whale if you can, which
right.
is, not easy to do, but you know, there's whales out there and they talk. So it's
Yeah,
like if you're listening, you can kind of get a gist of what's going on. And I mean, the clearest thing that I've heard about pairs is just like hex and p hex are the most likely to be, paired. Like, I mean, if you want to talk about like liquidity providing, like the most beneficial thing to be liquidity providing for is something that's, not going to move against you, right?
right, right,
And I don't understand, yield farming or all of that stuff directly, but because I don't do liquidity providing, I've heard it explained in a lot of different ways of like whales will basically just do liquidity providing to sell. Like
yeah,
some,
yeah,
so like under that circumstance, the biggest whales have the biggest incentive to have hex and p hex to be I mean equal, the same price,
right,
because it's just it would make things a lot easier for them, and they're the ones with the most money, so they're going to be making things the easiest for them. And I
right.
mean, I don't I mean, that's not going to ruin my day
No,
if
right,
hex and p hex are the same price. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it takes away a lot of the risk if you have, your pair set where your biggest bag is, which, I don't do liquidity providing. I don't
yeah,
understand
me neither,
that
me neither.
process necessarily, how you can sell by providing liquidity. I haven't done it. I'm not a super technical person. All I know is like my ratio to, a T-share stake, and I try to understand the mechanism of that. And then I can get stupid political about, how being a debt slave like ruins everybody's life, and how we're able to use, leverage time to our benefit and get paid for it as a freeing mechanism from being, a 9 to 5 wage cuck.
Yeah, right, right.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what I like about like Pulse Chain, like with PLSX. It's gonna teach people what they need to know, basically. Like it's giving you a token that's doing this for you, is my understanding. It's like if you're part of PulseX, which
yeah,
it's a
basically,
fork of Uniswap, and it does this liquidity providing, you get paid part of it, like it benefits you. And it's like, I don't even understand. Like I tried to do liquidity providing on Matic. Like I've done the Matic network, so I understand bridging a little bit, and I tried to
right.
do it, but it was just like, why would I do this? This like,
Yeah,
and, and
it is kind of, yeah. I understand completely what you're saying. Yeah, I understand that.
I'd rather just stake. It's just easier
Right.
to stake, but apparently you're going to be able to stake your Pulse X and get this incentive token, and then you can stake your incentive token, get Pulse X. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm ready to see all the game theory videos that come out when this thing launches, man. Because there's going to be all kind of different, all kind of different ways people are gonna, frame it. So it's going to be exciting when it
yeah,
happens for
it's going to
sure.
be 5, 6 different coins that people are going to be fudding and trying to manipulate. It's just like, oh,
Yeah,
we're going to dump this, we're going to dump Pulse X and jump up Pulse Chain, and then we're going to like rug pull that and try to pull that. Like it's just shit's just wild. It's like it's so hard to time the market. So it's just like if
oh yeah,
you can't see yourself like with this coin for 2 years, it's just like, you're gonna pull your hair out playing the 5 minute chart, and it's just not worth it.
I don't see how people do it, man.
It's
They'll be
painful.
they'll be
Yeah,
on the damn 1 minute chart trying to scalp the shit, and I'm just like, man, come
yeah,
on,
for sure. Yeah,
that's rough.
I mean, I'll do that with like once in a while just for fun if I really feel like it, or if the gas prices are low enough, I can just,
Right,
or the market's just like super predictable where, I'm way up or something. I like to play around with like 5,000, just like, oh, I'll take out 5 grand because the price is up. It looks like it's probably going to go down, and I'll wait a few days and I'll buy halfway back in and just play around or whatever. But it's fun. Yeah, I wouldn't rip. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been fairly lucky in a few situations, but I mean, I'm not playing big numbers. I mean, I play around with 5 grand or whatever just for fun,
right.
but it is wild.
It is. It's like Godfather here said. Yep, just waiting on K for K to release his video explaining it all. Dude, that guy is smart, man.
I know. That's
You know,
what, like, yeah, I'll listen to him, but it's just like he's almost too smart. I can't quite
exactly.
grasp what the fuck he's saying.
You know, I've had people tell me, dude, reach out to him and try to, bid on a stream with him. Like, dude, I don't, I'm intimidated by that guy. His
Yeah,
mind is intimidating, man.
yeah, he just understands things from a different perspective because he's lived a different life. But that's
Right.
why, like, I'm like attracted to like what you're saying, because like I understand. I feel like I know where you're coming from a little bit more than someone that scored a 1,500 on their SAT or some bullshit. Like, understand the fucking mechanics of blah 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 blah. It's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I want this shit simplified.
right. I try to understand it, man. But like I said, what I'll try to do is watch them and then try to dumb it down and try to understand it myself, man. But sometimes it's just hard, man. It's just this
Yeah,
crypto stuff was definitely a huge learning curve for me, for sure.
yeah. That's why I like to stay active, and I feel because Hex has provided me with a lifestyle. I try to be that bridge of information from whatever to whatever. Like, I'm trying to play my role because everyone's going to be able to describe the same thing differently. So it's like,
Right.
if you're coming from one background and you understand one thing about Hex, if you explain it in your way, it's going to reach X amount of people, and you don't never know how many people that it exactly is going to be, because you might be speaking on the behalf of a huge amount of people that you didn't even understand, but understand things the way you understand it.
100%, 100%, 100%. Godfather said that's what makes this community special, because so many different kinds of people with different backgrounds, everyone has a spot. That's true, man. That's one big thing that drew me to this community, because like I said in the beginning, when I first started doing YouTube videos, I was making YouTube about, just regular crypto, trying to get attention. But I seen this community, man. It's just amazing. It's crazy how many different walks of life and how many different opinions we have. Um, it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone's coming in at it at a different time, so it's just like it's just like at the progression of maintaining a position. And a lot of people, I don't know, with like the bigger bag you got, it seems like the more you can diversify and mess around with stuff. And with this, crypto being such a young thing, meme coins do explode. I was just watching
Yeah.
Jenkins or whatever, and he's talking about, and then my brother even told me, like, Joe Rogan's got another coin, and like Jenkins, I think either he got in that one or got in with another one and made 100x on his money, like, in no time. So it's just like, the shit's out there, but also the scams are out there. So
Yeah,
it's just
you got to know when to get in them things and when to get the hell out, for sure.
yeah.
I mean,
Meme coins are, yeah, go
right.
ahead.
I've gotten lucky on a few, man. I ain't gonna lie, because before I got into Hex, I was dabbling. Well, I got wrecked as fuck before I got into Hex, but I was dabbling around and some of the unknown territory in crypto, and I made some money real quick, but also lost it just as fucking quick. So it's out there to be done. If you know what you're doing, it's definitely out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what jumped me into HEX was, I made a bag a little bit and it went up. So I think like $800 turned into like $4,500 or something. And then I just lost fucking like 4,500 or $8,000 or something on the COVID dip or something. I don't know what it was, something like that. And I was just like, what the hell? I just lost money on this and I made money on that. I gotta fucking take my money out of this bullshit and put it in there.
Yeah, man.
So that's what
there's so much going. There's so many moving parts to this stuff, man. So many moving parts. It's
yeah,
crazy.
and if you pick wrong, you're just fucked. So it's like
Exactly.
I try to understand. Yeah. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's what it's like. I try to understand shit at the like most fundamental level that I can. Like I'll like pick things apart until it's just like, the absolute core concept. And it's like, if that rings true with me, then, I can invest 100% of it in it. And that's like,
Right.
that's like my story listening to Richard Hart. Cause it's like, if you listen to him enough, eventually you find what the fuck he's talking about. And it ain't just liquidity providing or the new crypto or the fucking rug pull, the magic pull or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's like when you really start listening, it's like he ain't fucking around and he's really in this for the right reasons. And like all this other stuff is just a facade to get there. And I really respect that about him. And that's why it's like another reason why like a lot of Hexicans are, maxi-ish. Because I mean, I don't like the word cult, but it's like, when you have somebody that's, doing things for the right reasons, it's hard not to, be passionate about that person's,
right.
push in
And
the right direction.
I definitely understand that side. That's why I don't really get too caught up in everything that's, been going on, because I understand both sides for sure. 100% I do. Because I mean, that's the guy that changed a lot of people's lives, man. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are going to be like that. And I completely understand it for sure.
For sure.
And see, that's the thing. When I found out about Richard, I finally found out, I found out about him through, BitBoy's channel, watching Around the Blockchain. The first time I ever seen him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then after that, I started going into him, and, at first I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is he trying to prove? And then it finally clicked, and I was like, this guy, this guy knows what the hell he's doing, man. And then ever since, man, I've just been dedicated to it. So.
Yeah, for sure. That's like, I was listening to Richard Hart before he released HEX, and I didn't understand like anything he was talking about. Like I would listen to him just to listen to him. So in the same way, like I would listen to, like Eckhart Tolle or like there's a bunch of different people that like or Alan Watts, like trying to like find, seeking something like worth listening to. It's just like you try to find an ear for whatever the hell you're trying to hear. And like you just move towards certain things. You don't really know why. You just try to understand, like learning a new language. You never, you just listen to it, you try the best you can, and eventually, wow, you're speaking words like in HEX and Richard Hart and that whole ecosystem. I mean, it's its own language. I mean, crypto in itself is its own language. And then, Richard Hart on top of that is his own language. It's like,
for sure.
It's wild.
For sure. Well, man, I'm about to jump off here because I see that the conference is about to start, and I don't want to, stream over that. And I'm kind of interested in that as well. But I appreciate you coming on here. This has been cool, and I hope you willing to come on in the future. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more. It'll be a little more structured. We can plan something to talk about and stuff. But
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, whatever's on the topic of discussion, I try to stay up to date as much as I can in like Twitter sphere and everything else that's going on. So yeah, I can talk for fucking hours and spit some freestyles too while we're at it.
Cool. Yeah, I enjoy it, man. Like I said, I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm kind of new to doing this, so I'm a bit awkward at first, but I enjoy doing it, man. It gets me out of my comfort zone and gives me, like you said earlier, that little adrenaline rush. So it's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Heck yeah.
What's up,
And
Tina?
shout out everyone. Yeah, everyone that stopped by. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's the bee's knees.
Yes,
We're
sir.
having real
Thank you.
conversations, sub and like it. But yeah, I'm all about it. If I catch you live, I'll retweet it and get the message out. I appreciate all streamers that are staying up to date. This is what a community is all about.
Cool. Well, tell people where they can find you, follow you, and we'll end this thing.
Yeah, it's right there in the name, Marcovelli Crypto Shifters on YouTube, or on Twitter. I'm easy to find too, Marcovelli12, I think, on the Epstein photo.
Cool. Well, guys, if you're watching this or watching the playback, go check him out. He got some good insights and seems to know what he's talking about. He's retired off of HEX, so he's been here. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you reaching out and supporting the channel. Me being new, it means a lot to me. It means a lot. Lets me know I'm doing something right.
Heck yeah, keep it up.
All right, man. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all later.
Later.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all shooting in here. That was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting a guest. So that's awesome. Like I said, it lets me know that I'm kind of doing something right here in the community. So it makes me feel good. It gives me that little boost of confidence, and that's the whole reason I'm here doing what I am doing. Tina, I know you jumped in late. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. What I was kind of wanting to do is, I know that here in a couple of minutes the HEX conference is starting, and I don't want to stream over them guys. I don't want to be disrespectful and stream over them. So I'll sit here and talk for a few more minutes until it officially starts. Appreciate you stopping by. Ban only. Godfather, I appreciate you sticking around, man. Being loyal in here. You're doing a great job, or you're doing good, bro. Keep it up. Just be yourself as always. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to put on any masks or any facades. I was kind of skeptical at first when I was doing my interview with Crypto Kindness. We kind of talked beforehand, and I was like, dude, should I share my story with people? Because I don't want, people to not trust me because of my past, because I was an ex-drug addict and stuff like that. And he's like, man, just be you, be original. It's your story. People are either gonna, talk shit, or they're gonna either understand you and vibe with you and follow you. So, I did it. It was kind of hard to express on the interwebs, but I've got some pretty good feedback from the community and support. So, it's always awesome. It's always awesome. I mean, you're always going to have those few haters that reach out and, want to talk their shit, but, fuck them. Fuck them. Let's see here. I seen this chat where we were talking. He said, I was a part of the SAC for Pulse, not knowing what was going on, and didn't jump into crypto until the end of November. Made my first stake a few weeks ago. And see, this is good to see, man. It lets me know that, because I felt I was the newbie for a while, and, just felt like I was being judged by everybody and stuff like that. But it's good to see that new people are coming in, new people are understanding the system of HEX, and, getting involved with Pulse Chain and stuff like that. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to see, because that's what I'm here for, trying to teach people about it. Even though, I'm not an OG Hexican, but what I have learned about HEX has changed my life community-wise and opportunity-wise, and I'm just trying to share it with as many people as I can, because, this crypto thing can change your life forever, man. Just the guy that was just on here, Marcovelli, he's a testament of that. So it's we might be late to HEX, but we're early to everything else, so I worked with at-risk youth adults, and there are so many people out there that will resonate with you. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome that you do the work that you do. It's a very underappreciated thing in this world is people with not people with drug addiction problems or any kind of addiction problems. It's an epidemic, man, and it's a very they don't get the funds they need, like the rehab facilities and stuff like that. And what I was talking about with crypto kindness on my interview is that's kind of, if I ever do make life changing gains, that's kind of what I want to do, is build some kind of place or donate to some kind of place. But I kind of want it to be my own. I kind of want to start my own, like either whether it be homeless shelter treatment for um, drug dependent people, or anything I can do to help, because sometimes that's all it takes is just somebody that needs somebody to be genuine with them, and it'll just click in somebody's mind. And because the main problem with people that are have an addictive personality or or dependent on drugs is they lose their purpose in life, right? And when you wake up every day and you feel like you don't belong, and you feel like you don't even have a purpose to walk on this earth, that shit sinks you deeper down in the grips of addiction. And so when you have somebody there that's just genuine with you and actually tells you that you are worth it, I know it sounds cliche, but sometimes that's all they need, man. Sometimes it's really all they need. Oops. Hex Factor, appreciate you streaming, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I am new here, and I appreciate everybody that comes into this chat. This is one of my big YouTube streamer goals, was to, get on some streams with Crypto Kindness. I should be doing a stream with Crypto Panda here sometime in the future. So be on the lookout for that. That should be good. That should be good. Yes, you are right. Good aspirations, brother. Thank you, man. You too. You too. Let's keep the good work going. And, let's just make this shithole a better place, man. The world has losing sight of, what really needs to be happening. People have people, especially the generation now is, there's a lot of, and I'm not saying all of them are bad, but the generation I grew up in, and I'm very ashamed of, I always hung out with people a lot older than me because I just didn't vibe with the guys. I'm 28 years old, and I just didn't vibe with people my age, man, because they're just such a different type of people now. The work ethic and the just their thoughts are just completely different than what they should be. And I guess that might have been the past that I went through. I went through some pretty rough things, was homeless and stuff like that. So I kind of went through I just got a different, mindset now, look about things. And, a lot of the people or the kids growing up now, but not all of them are bad. Not all of them are bad by any means, Passion is what keeps us going. First Crocodile, I ain't seen you in here in a while. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. And First Crocodile, I'm going to make you a mod as well, because you have been supporting me for a little while now. Add moderator. Thanks for coming by, my man. You are now have the power of the band hammer. Let's see. Before we go, let's see if I can't. Let's look at the HEX price and the Hedron price real quick before I log off here. You're welcome, man. Keep supporting me. When I do finally get bigger and start growing, just be here and help out in the chat. I really appreciate it. I mean, hey, you've been here supporting, so I'm gonna show the love, man. I'm not gonna leave people out. And Godfather, I appreciate you too. Hell, I appreciate everybody in this chat. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. I really do. Marcavelli, if you're still in here as well, I'll add you as a mod too. You seem like a pretty cool guy. Actually, hold on. If I can find his chats. Yeah. I don't know. Marcavelli, Crypto Shifters. I think that's him. Marcavelli, if you're still watching, you're a mod now as well. let's see. Hedron people, go claim if you haven't, or do the research first to learn why it's worth it. Dude, way worth it. Preach it, Godfather. Preach it. It's way worth it. Especially, I think you got a few more days to lock in your 10x bonus. You don't have to mint your coins. You can just sit there and claim them, and that locks in your 10x bonus. So, if you're indecisive about it, there's a good stream. If any of you guys on here know David Feeder, if y'all know who David Feeder is, which you should because he's a big voice in the space, he has an awesome stream about Hedron, and he really explains it very well. Very, very well. You offer great insights. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Waiting until tonight to HSI stake. That's cool. I'm glad you're in there. Bought Hedron yesterday on the dip. So did I. So did I. I see other people have the same kind of mindset as I do. Because, yeah, it was on a good day. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at the prices here before I go. Oh, hold on, I see. Samuel B. Hedron has to 10x just to pay for gas. It will 10x. Just be patient. Just be patient. It's going to do a lot more than 10x if you just, Hedron is, like I said earlier in the stream, Hedron is a long-term play, 100%, because of the free claim. People are going to dump the price because of people that don't support the project that can just claim and dump or whatever. But once the project gets a little more established, it's gonna. I really do think it's gonna go places. So just buy, and what you do get, hold it. Just hold it, because it's gonna be here for a while. It's gonna be here for a while. So just be patient, guys. Be patient. All right, let's jump into these charts real quick. Or hold on, more chat. Rags and Richard has a good stream with Alex explaining Hedron. Streamed was about I mean, there's a lot of content creators out here that have awesome streams about the Hedron and stuff. The only reason I reference David Feeder is because he's the one that actually made the video and made me more comfortable with the protocol. I had done my research before watching that stream, but he just breaks it down in a way that helped me, and I'm sure Rags the Riches does as well because he's an awesome streamer. If y'all don't follow Rags, go follow him. He does some really good streams and very intelligent, very intelligent. Steak and bait, 100%. Patience, yes sir. Patience is a virtue, guys. Patience is a virtue, and like First Crocodile says, buy and hold. Buy, hold, and have patience, and you will be successful. All right, let's jump into these charts before I go because I know the HEX conference is going on and I want to watch it too. All right, so you see HEX here. Let's zoom in so we can get a better visual. It's still kind of in the same spot. You can see, like I said earlier, we're in this fallen wedge. If it does break out of the fallen wedge, which fallen wedges are prone to do, the goal or the target is about 26 cents, so the price would double from here. And it's finding pretty good support along this bottom trend line of the fallen wedge. So I'm kind of expecting it to do a little bit of reversal here, and this long-term support that goes back when pulse chain sacrifice was going on. It might be a little hard resistance that we're going to run into. So I'm expecting a little resistance here, but if we do go through here and test the top of this fallen wedge again, these fallen wedge patterns are bullish, man, and a lot of times they do not disappoint. They do not disappoint. So just keep your eye on that. And also, if you look back, this was when the pulse chain sacrifice ended. We're at the exact same levels we were back then. So, always expect that it can go lower. It can always go lower, but it's got some pretty bullish structure to it right now. All right, now let's look at Hedron. Good God, it's up 40% today. I'm glad we bought that stuff yesterday, guys. I'm glad. But I also added a little trend line here. If we break out from this trend line, it's going to give me a little bit more confidence about it. But yeah, Hedron's having a good day. I got a little range down here that if it does dip below this range, this is definitely a good little buying range. Because like I said, this is a good long-term hold in my opinion, a very good long-term hold. because people are going to be making stakes and minting their NFTs and doing loans on Hedron for a while. Just think about it. It's built on HEX. People stake HEX for 15s of years. So this project is going to be around. Whether it does good or not, it's going to be around. But my opinion is it's going to be here, guys. It's going to be here. So if you like Hedron, I wouldn't buy it right now. If you can free claim, you maybe do that. If the gas is high, just claim and then wait to mint your tokens. But if you see this thing drop back down here to these levels that this thing I have outlined here, I not financial advice, but that's where I'm scooping some up at. So, chart's looking good. Hedron's doing good. HEX is up about 2%. The HEX conference has just started. So, I'm going to look at chat one more time before I go. And we will end this thing. So cheap right now? Yes, it is 100%. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Buy the dip, guys. It's an opportunity, and you're also going to get your copies on Pulse Chain. You're going to get your PHEX copies when Pulse Chain launches. So it's going to be, it's a huge opportunity. All right, guys, I appreciate you coming by. Marcavelli, I appreciate you stopping by and having a chat. You guys are awesome. I appreciate y'all's support. Please hit the like. Please share this out there. I see most of y'all have already. And if you ain't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. What you waiting for? All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go check out the HEX conference and see what they got to say. Appreciate y'all's support. And I will see y'all. Oh, wait. Can stake PHEX as well? You're damn right you can. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace.